Hi everyone. Here are three things about ChargePoint stock that smart investors know. Starting with number one, ChargePoint is expecting rapid revenue growth. For the fiscal year 2023, ChargePoint is forecasting revenue between 122 million and 132 million. That would be an increase of 56% at the midpoint if the company achieves this level of growth in 2023, which is not certain. It's not certain that it will achieve this. This is just what management is expecting. A lot of times you will know that management makes a forecast for a fiscal year and then either revises it lower or revises it higher based on changes in macroeconomic conditions that will change what management thinks it can achieve for the year. So this is something that smart investors know about ChargePoint stock, and this is something that they will be following throughout the year as ChargePoint gives investors quarterly updates on its progress towards its revenue target for the year. The second thing that smart investors in ChargePoint stocks certainly know is that it has a massive market opportunity. According to Bloomberg, only 5% of North American passenger cars were EVs in 2022, and it was under 8% in Europe. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if by the year 2040 it was flipped and only 5% of North American cars were ICE or internal combustion engine cars, and 95% of cars were EVs. Governments, especially the North American and European governments, have taken it on themselves to make this conversion a priority, to incentivize consumers on the purchasing side, giving them incentives to buy electric vehicles, and at the same time incentivizing companies like ChargePoint to invest in expansion, to invest in growing by giving them subsidies and other types of tax breaks so that they can grow their network. So this is going to fuel further expansion in the industry because it makes it less expensive for consumers to buy electric vehicles, and it makes it less expensive for the supply side of the industry, car makers, car manufacturers, charging stations, and the likes, to ramp up production of the infrastructure network that's needed for this industry to grow. And the third thing that smart investors of ChargePoint stock surely know is that it's losing a lot of money on the bottom line while it's investing in growth. If you see this chart here, I've pulled up ChargePoint's net income over the trailing 12 months, and I have data going all the way back to 2021, and it's moving in the wrong direction. You see there. In the most recent 12 months, ChargePoint lost 344.46 million. That's much lower than the roughly 200 million it lost about 2 years ago. So it's moving in the wrong direction. As it's growing and its revenues are growing, it's losing more money on the bottom line. Now, ChargePoint is in a unique position where investing in growth is advantageous because it has these government subsidies and incentives, and because it has a unique strategy where it tries to land with enterprises and then expand. So it tries to get in the door with enterprises, and then once the enterprise has a ChargePoint charging station set up with, let's say, 4 ChargePoint docking stations or 8 or whatever it might be, ChargePoint just wants to get its foot in the door there with 4 or 8, whatever small number that might be, because it hopes that in the future this enterprise will expand, right? They're with ChargePoint, they already have 4. They like that customers are coming and using these charging stations. They'll then come back to ChargePoint and say, hey, can you come back and do 10 more or 20 more charging stations? That's ChargePoint's strategy. It's really hoping to get its foot in the door right now in the early stages, and then really roll out the meat of its operations later down the road as enterprises that it introduced itself with really look to expand and meet the demands of consumers with more and more EVs on the road. All right. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. All right, so that's the three things that smart investors in ChargePoint stock surely know about. Now, I'm sure they know more than this, but these are the three things that for sure they know about. They know ChargePoint is growing revenue rapidly. They know that ChargePoint has a massive market opportunity over the next 2 decades, and they know that ChargePoint is going to be losing a lot of money on the bottom line while they try to capture that massive market opportunity. All right, so that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I've selected a few of my other videos that are popping up on your screen right now that I think you'll enjoy. So please click on one of those and I'll see you over there.